December 7th, 2022. Hope everybody out there is having a good day today. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Well, how y'all liking this weather down here if you're in the south? 60 something degrees here in December. A lot of people got worried when it got cold before Thanksgiving. I kept telling them just relax after Thanksgiving. It'll go back up to 60 to 70 degrees. We have in our memories that it would get cold and stay cold here. Now, that is somewhat true out here on the mountain. When I was growing up, it stayed chilly all the time, not technically cold. We usually got snow every year. Some years we didn't, but it stayed cold. And my grandpa and them would tell me that, when they were growing up out here, that ponds would freeze over and they could ice skate on it. And then our local weatherman, of course, or some of y'all may have heard of him, James Spann. He's not local. He's down in Birmingham, but a lot of people listen to him. He claims that we never been cold and stay cold. So I don't know. All I can tell you is from my experience with it. I know I hate it. Anything over 60 degrees, I sweat. I start pouring sweat if it gets over 60 degrees. I've always been like it. I love the cold weather. A lot of people complain about the shortness of the days this time of the year. This is my favorite time of the year when it starts, it's dark by 5 o'clock. That's what I like. But, don't worry. After the winter solstice, the days start getting a little bit longer. So, a lot of people, our memories mess with us a lot. But when you can actually look at pictures, of family photos and stuff, and see, hey, it snowed this year, this year, this year. But of course, we're still getting told it's going to be a long, dark, cold winter. And here we are, where I'm at right now, it's 65 degrees outside. Ridiculous, 65 degrees. But we're not in winter yet. We have cold snaps here where I live. And what I mean by that, usually here on the mountain where I live, we have about a total of 10 to 14 days of winter. I consider winter, the high's not above 40, lows way down. We have about 10 to 14 days a year here, and it's usually, you'll get a snap sometime around Christmas, usually the week right before Christmas or the week heading into Christmas sometimes. The majority of our cold weather comes in around the 21st of January. I don't know why, but for the last 7 years, that's when our best chances of snow have been, is during that time frame. And also, we get a cold snap at that time where it'll get cold and stay cold for a couple days. It may even stay cold for a week. But overall, total coldness in what I consider winter, below 40 degrees for the high, 3 weeks maximum in my area. That may be wrong, but that's just from what I've wrote down and from what I remember and what I've seen. 3 weeks max. Now, with that said, if we do have a winter storm here, when I was younger, the power would go out. It wouldn't matter, if the squirrel ran across the power line, power was out. Well, after our big blizzard of 93 and a big ice storm, and I believe it was 97 or 98. No, it wasn't. It was around 2000. It was around 2000 when we had a big ice storm here. They come in with this company called Asplun, and what they did, they would come in and cut your power line right of ways and clear them out. And since then, we don't have very bad power outages here. We do still get them with tornadoes and things like that. But what you need to do is make sure you have a way to cook and a way to heat your house that does not require power. A lot of people say, oh, I'll just go out and fire my grill up and cook on it. That's awesome if you can do that, but how are you going to heat the inside of your house? So many people in my area live in, mobile homes and things like that, that their only source of heat is electricity. Some of them has gas cook stoves, but the majority of them have electric. It's all electric. You need a way to be able to cook and stay warm. It doesn't get ridiculously cold here. The coldest I've personally seen it was maybe 1 or 2 below zero in my lifetime. And of course, it didn't stay that cold long, 1 or 2 days, and then it was over. But I can't sit here and tell you what this winter is going to be, but I can sit here and tell you, you need to be sure, because not only our winter weather, we have tornadoes this time of year also. So you need ways, tornado could come through on down the road and knock your power out where you live. Be sure you have a way to cook and heat, during the winter, or all year, really. But with it being the winter months, you can just get something like a Coleman stove or something like that to cook on, or they even make a Coleman butane stove. They used to be around $20 for it. I'm not sure what they are now. But there's ways out there to cook. And of course, you can go build a fire out in your yard or something like that if you live in an area where you can do that, or you can cook on a grill. But your heat, you can bundle up all you want. A lot of people know for a year I lived without power or running water. You know, I stayed warm until I figured out a way to get the heat going. I stayed warm just by putting on my hunting clothes at night. You'd wake up some mornings, you know, you get a little frost on your beard or your nose, but you know, it was bearable. You could do it. Like I said, I hate hot weather, so cold weather doesn't affect me that much. But be sure you have extra jackets, things like that, gloves, boggins. You know, little kids nowadays, they want to wear hoodies all the time. They need a jacket, but I know how it is trying to get a little kid to put a jacket on. You know, I'm sure it was the same way when we were little. But a lot of these like extra clothing and stuff, you can go to like these thrift stores and things like that and find pretty good deals on jackets and things like that. I recommend you do that. But guys, get prepared. You know, we are heading into winter. The days are going to start getting longer here in about what, 2 weeks maybe? Yeah, about 2 weeks. The days will start getting longer, and we're going to wait and see if all this stuff about this long, dark, cold winter is going to be true. I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world, you know. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button, like or dislike the video, comment on it. You know, let me know what you think. What are you prepared for the winter? You know, are you set and ready to go? Let me know what you think about this video. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. You're not safe anywhere in the world anymore. Get out there and get prepped up. Don't be that person that has to run to the store to get something when something happens. Stay safe. Get prepped up.